Hello and welcome to 365 Days of Excelling with Clive. This is day 51 and today we are looking at converting a table to a normal range like the one in here and converting this normal range into a table like the one in here. So why would you want to convert either way, from a table to a range or from a range to a table? Yesterday we looked at defined names, defining the names, and how to use defined names in formulas. But if you remember, we had to define the whole range as student lists, and we defined column 1 as student numbers. However, if you convert this range into a table already defines this range as table 1 here, and you can rename it to whatever you want to name it. And already the columns are defined already, and you can make use of them in formulas. For example, here you can look at my formula here. I'm already using defined names. So the first name I'm using is table 2, which is basically referencing to the whole table. Then the second part of my formula, I'm using table 2 student number, which is basically this column here. Let's first start to look at how you can convert range to a table. Then after that, we'll look at how you can convert again a table to a range. To convert range to a table, you select the range you want to convert. So this is the range I want to convert into a table. Then I say insert, then I select table. Then here you have to make sure that if you have headers already in your data, you have to make sure that you tick my table as headers. If you don't have headers and you want to insert new headers, you can untick this and you will be able to insert headers on top. So I will show you both of the methods. So in my data here, I have my headers. So I'll just leave it checked here and I say okay. So it automatically places my headers as raw headers here and the data in the body of the table. If I just undo this and I say insert again, or the other way you can do is Control T. So Control T, then I say I don't have headers in this data. So suppose I don't have headers, I can say okay. Then you can see it will insert placeholder headers, which is column 1, column 2, column 3, and so on. Then I can just rename this to headers and rename all of them. So how can you convert this table to range? So how can I convert this table to range? To convert this table to range, you just come under table design. Then here on the far left under tools, you will see convert to range. Then you click convert to range. Then it will ask you if you want to convert the table to a normal range. Then you can say yes. Then it's now no longer a table. It just still have the formatting of a table, but it's no longer in a table. Now, why would you want to make use of a table? So a table has many benefits. One of the most benefits is that when you add new data at the bottom here, it will automatically extend its range. So remember, when we were using the named ranges here, those ranges are not dynamic, because if you add data at the bottom or outside that range, it will not automatically pick up that there is new data below it. But if you make use of a table, it will automatically pick up new data. So if I add another student number here, I just copy the one above and put a 4 or a 6 here. So you can see already it's reading that there is new data and it extended my table to also pick up this new data here. And I can add the marks of the next student. And I can do the same again if I have another student, and Control D. You can see the moment I enter something at the bottom here, it automatically picks up that there is new data. So how can I use this named range in my formula. So it's exactly the same as what I did yesterday. So the first thing you would want to do is, if you are doing a filter formula, so a filter formula, we covered it already. If you haven't watched that video, please go to video in day 10 and you'll be able to see how to do a filter formula. So using a filter formula, the first thing you would want to put is the array. So to put an array, in this case, if we are using the named range, we can just use the name of this table. I know this table is table 2, so the moment I start typing, I see all my named ranges here, which is table 2. Then it asks me to include, so this is the filter column. So I can make use of the named range, which is this column here. To reference to a named range within a table, you first specify the name of the table, so it's table 2. Then under square brackets, you then say student number. Then you close your square brackets. Then after that, you say we want to filter where it is equal to this student number. Let me just check what's happening with my formula. Let me start typing this again. Okay, if I put the opening square bracket, then I can just pick up student number here and put closing square bracket. Then I can click enter. So you can see now it's filtering and using the named ranges, which are the columns of the table and the name of the table. So it works exactly the same as the one I did yesterday, and it can pick up the new data. If I add new data here, and I select the new data, if I select this new data, then you can see it's picking up the new data which I just added here. So that's the benefit of making use of a table, because the named ranges are very dynamic and you can use them dynamically in your formulas to reference to them. So that's it, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.